This is the Roadie Weekender newsletter. It was founded just under 32 weeks ago, and it is on the market for an asking price of $22,000. And that's not massively overpriced or anything. So in this video, I want to talk you through exactly what this newsletter is and show you what the subscribers go through and how this thing is making money. This is for sale, and we'll get through the stats that justify this price tag. But in the next few videos, I really want to show you what the potential is with local newsletters using the Roadie Weekender as an example. So when somebody lands on this, and it's highly likely, and we'll talk about this in the future video, that they found this through either social media or Facebook ads. If you want to talk to us about running Facebook ads for under 50 cents a subscriber, then just have a conversation with us in the comments, or go down and use the link in the description to join our community, and you can send us a DM there. But what will happen is they land on this. Now, this is Beehive that they're hosting this on. We can see that we've got all of the previous editions here, and we talked about the layout of this in my previous video. So somebody comes along and they put their email in, which I've already done, and then what they get is they get sent to this page here. Thank you for subscribing, and then they'll end up with this particular page. Now, this is something that Beehive runs. It's called Beehive Boost. You can use other bits of software like Sparkloop as well. And what happens is if I now subscribe to any of these newsletters, then the newsletter owner, the person that owns the Roadie Weekender, will make money. It could be 50 cents, it could be a few dollars that they are earning. If I click this button here and subscribe to all of them, then they're going to earn on every single one of these, or if I just click on one of them. Now, me personally, I'm not a massive fan of using this Beehive Boost for local newsletters, and the reason why you can probably see is that these are not targeted to the local area. This is the Roadie Weekender in Rhode Island, but none of these are linked to Rhode Island. Now, they probably are general enough that people might be interested in them. And there is this general saying in the newsletter community that people who subscribe to newsletters read newsletters. So they probably make a bit of money from this, but you wouldn't necessarily make a lot. And what you're doing is you're adding a friction point right at the beginning of somebody subscribing. And so this isn't something that I generally recommend people do. I'm not like definitely turn this feature on for Beehive, which is why you can stick with the free plan on Beehive. Now, if you would like to get a discount on their paid plans, I'm not guaranteeing that there is one running right now, but if you use our link in the description and open up Beehive that way, if you do want to check out their paid plans, if there is an offer running, it should pop up. More recently, it's been 20% off the first few months. But like I said, you don't have to. You can use free Beehive in order to host your newsletter. So I don't want to sign up to any of these right now. So I'm just going to hit maybe later, and that should take me on to the next step of registering. But just to point out, this is straight away the first way that they're making money from this newsletter. So once we get in, we now have the offer of premium membership. And this is the second way straight off the bat that they are making money. And this again is something that Beehive runs. It is a paid feature, but if you're getting paid subscribers, then you're just offsetting that cost. Local newsletters, again, paid subscribers isn't necessarily the best or the model that I would mainly recommend. But what they've got here is basically support. Would you like to support the newsletter? So monthly support at $10 a month, which is obviously going to add up to $120. Support the Roadie Weekender and keep planning your weekends with the best events we bring you every week. And that's the value of this newsletter. So in a 4-week month, you're talking about $2.50 a month to support the newsletter, and they send you a curated list of what's going on in the local area, so you don't have to go and try and find stuff last minute. It's all given to you in your inbox. We've got the yearly support, which is $100, which is the same kind of idea. And then we've got the one-time tip jar, which is where you support the Roadie Weekender with a one-time, just a small amount of money. So you put your card and pick which one you want. So as you can see, if I just change between them, the amount that we pay changes. You just fill in your card details, and then you would be able to pay. So again, I'm not going to do this right now because I don't want to become a paid member, but this is just about showing you the potential straight off the bat. Somebody's come maybe from a Facebook ad or social media. I could have made money from this person with getting them to subscribe to other newsletters, and now I could be making money from them again by asking them for support. So straight away, I could have made $100 and then maybe another $5 to $10 on the previous page. So $110 off somebody, and they haven't even read the first edition of my newsletter yet. So let's go maybe later and see what happens. Okay, and then we get to the thank you for subscribing page. Now what should happen, and we'll look at this in the next video, is we should now have a welcome email in our inbox. So it'd be really interesting to see if they actually have a offer in that. We recommend some kind of affiliate offer that you can share with people. This could be something quite general that lots of people would be interested in. Something maybe linking to home services, or it could be something bespoke to the local area. So we'll talk through that in the next video, but you can see here we get a nice welcome page, and then all we have to do is click this button here, and we should be able to get over to the home page. And even though we're not going to get an email from them yet, because they're not producing this week's edition yet, we can go over and we can read all of the previous editions. So it says, see you next Wednesday. So we should now get an email every Wednesday from Roadie Weekender. Now they are actually on hiatus, so we're not going to get any new emails, but because they're selling it and they're trying to get this amount of money for it. But what we should be able to do is we should be able to look at their past editions, and we'll do that in another video as well. If you want to learn how you can do research for your newsletter using AI in just a couple of minutes, then I definitely recommend you watch this video here. It's going to save you hours and hours of time when you are trying to write your local newsletter. We'll see you in the next one.